2024 Triumph Scrambler 1200X. You either get Triumph's 1200 Scrambler or you don't. You either relish its uncompromising, slightly old-fashioned approach to its role as a dual-purpose retro bruiser, or you find its steepling seat height and lack of adventure bike comforts and sophistication too much to contemplate, especially on dirt. Triumph has recognized this fact because the new and significantly rethought 2024 Scrambler 1200X is the Hinckley factory's olive branch to those who find themselves drawn to the Scrambler's unquestionable charisma while being slightly intimidated by its size and bulk. With shorter stroke suspension and a lower seat height, the 1200X is more accessible and easier to live with day to day and, with $1,150 sliced off its price tag at $13,595, is considerably cheaper than the Scrambler 1200XE it replaces. Some may question why Triumph has replaced the older bike's Brembo M50 brakes, Showa fork and piggyback Olean's rear shocks with less aspirational Nissan stoppers and Marzocchi suspension units front and back, but 1200X is about giving more customers access to the Scrambler franchise. A lower seat, a better price, plus an electronic upgrade that adds lean-sensitive ABS and traction control to the table all point to a more pragmatic, road-focused package. The more off-road biased Scrambler 1200XE continues unabashedly, tall and rowdy and up for a day in the dirt as ever. It also receives a raft of updates, many of them shared with the X. Crucially, though, the differentiation between the two 1200 offerings is now much clearer than it was. And the X is the Scrambler for everyone. Engine-wise, both 2024 machines use the high-power version of Triumph's liquid-cooled 1,200 cubic centimeters parallel twin. Claimed peak power and torque of 89 horsepower and 81.1 pound-ft are unchanged, but those peaks now arrive 250 RPM earlier than before at 7,000 RPM and 4,250 RPM. There's a new, single 50mm throttle body, revised exhaust headers to broaden the spread of torque, and a new heat shield arrangement for the high-level exhaust to help reduce the temperature around the rider's right leg. That electronics refresh brings cornering traction control and 5 riding modes: Sport, Road, Rain, Off-Road, and Rider configurable. Cycle World enjoyed perfect autumn weather conditions on the test in Spain, which allowed, on asphalt at least, toggling exclusively between road and sport modes. There isn't a massive step in performance or throttle response between the two. Whichever you choose, the X responds smoothly and urgently, pulling strongly from just above tick-over, before stomping through its wonderful mid-range and delivering more than enough zip at the top end. Off-road on the Scrambler 1200X. Given the road-biased Metzeler Karoo street tires fitted to the 1200X, I don't think Triumph was too happy that I took the new Scrambler for an unofficial off-road test. But so long as you're not intending to hit the trails hard, or jump and bounce over rocks, then the 1200X is still capable of enjoyable green lane sorties. With the TC deactivated, the X's accurate fueling, balance, and accessible torque made it easy to slide the rear without inviting disaster. Should you get a little carried away, the ABS is designed to work off-road. However, do remember, despite now appealing to shorter riders, she's still a heavy bike when ridden off-road. At 503 pounds, it's not a lightweight scrambler as the name suggests. Verdict: Triumph has redrawn its big cube scramblers for 2024, producing two very different bikes in the 1200X and 1200XE. There is now a clear and better understood gap between the pair. By downgrading the spec and being realistic about their customers' needs, Triumph has made the 1200X easier to ride than the XE, which should widen its appeal to riders of all sizes.